Have you ever sat down after a long day, kicked off your shoes, and felt this strange tingling in your feet? Maybe you've noticed your legs getting heavier by the evening, or you wake up in the middle of the night with painful muscle cramps. You tell yourself it's just age or a long day catching up to you. But what if I told you these aren't just harmless annoyances? What if your body is whispering something much more urgent, something about your blood flow, your circulation, your heart? Here at Calm Voice Wellness, we believe knowledge is one of the most powerful forms of self-care. And today, I want to help you listen to your body in the way it's been quietly asking you to. You see, symptoms like numbness in your feet, skin that looks pale or even bluish, or those cold toes that never seem to warm up, these are red flags. Not for tomorrow. For now. Poor circulation doesn't come screaming at you. It creeps in gently. You miss it because it feels like everyday stuff. A little swelling here, a little stiffness there. But underneath it, your vascular system might be struggling, fighting to move oxygen-rich blood through arteries and veins that have grown stiff, clogged, or weak with time. Think of your circulation like the interstate highways of your body. Smooth roads mean easy travel, oxygen and nutrients delivered like clockwork to every cell and organ. But when there's traffic, blockages, construction, the system breaks down. And those legs that carried you through so many years of walking, dancing, running after kids or grandkids, they start to feel it first. Now, I'm not here to alarm you. I'm here to empower you. Because the truth is, when you catch these signs early, you can do something about them. In fact, there are 4 specific vitamins, backed by science and trusted by medical professionals, that can help improve your circulation, support your heart, and even dissolve small blood clots before they become dangerous. But before we get there, let's understand what your body is trying to tell you. Have you noticed patches of discoloration on your feet or ankles? Maybe it looks like bruising or the skin turns unusually pale, even a little bluish. That's often the first clue. Oxygen isn't reaching those areas like it should. You might feel cold in those spots, even when the rest of your body is warm. And if you get a cut or blister there, it heals slowly. These aren't just skin-deep issues. They're signs your blood flow is compromised. What about cramps? Not just any cramp, but those sharp stabs in your calves when you're walking, forcing you to stop. Or the kind that wake you up at 2 a.m., painful enough to make you wince. That's not just dehydration or a tough workout. That can be your leg muscles crying out for oxygen. It's called intermittent claudication, and it points to narrowed arteries in your legs. Rub it, stretch it, walk it off all you want, but unless circulation improves, the cramps will keep coming. Then there's the pins and needles feeling, or numbness, especially if you've been sitting for a while or standing. And sure, it's easy to blame bad posture or tight shoes, but when these sensations return again and again, it might be because your nerves are being starved of blood, starved of oxygen. And when nerves are deprived, they get damaged. Reflexes slow, balance falters. You're not just losing feeling, you're losing connection with the ground beneath your feet. Let's talk about cold feet, and not just the nervous wedding day kind. If your feet feel cold all the time, even in warm weather, that's a big clue. Blood isn't making it to the farthest ends of your body. Why? Because vessels might be clogged, stiff, or blocked. And this isn't just about comfort. Cold feet are more prone to infection. Cuts heal slower. And over time, your skin weakens. And finally, the sign that's easiest to see but most often ignored: varicose veins. Twisted, bluish, bulging lines on your calves or behind your knees. Maybe they're uncomfortable. Maybe they don't hurt at all. But either way, they signal that your vein valves aren't doing their job. Blood isn't flowing upward like it should. It's pooling, pushing, and putting pressure on vessel walls. That pressure? That's what leads to swelling, heaviness, and chronic pain. Now here's the thing. You might have one of these symptoms, or a few. You might have brushed them off for months, or even years, but that changes today. Because while circulation issues develop slowly, They can also be turned around, gently, naturally, and without invasive treatments, especially when you start early. That's why I want to share with you the 4 most powerful vitamins for circulation. Nutrients you might already have in your kitchen. They're simple, proven, safe, and when combined with a few mindful habits, they could help you avoid dangerous blood clots, reduce swelling, and feel more energized every single day. So if you're watching this, I want to say thank you for choosing to take care of your health, for not waiting until it's too late, and for being part of a community that listens to the body, to science, and to that quiet inner voice that says, you deserve to feel strong again. And if this message resonates with you, this is the perfect moment to pause and hit that subscribe button. Because here at Calm Voice Wellness, we're building a space where wellness is simple, peaceful, and powerful, where you can learn to support your body gently, naturally, and consistently, with no stress and no fear. Let's get into those 4 vitamins that support circulation and how you can start using them today in real food, real life, without turning your routine upside down. First on our list is vitamin B3, also known as niacin. You might have heard of it before, but probably didn't realize how essential it is for your blood vessels. Niacin helps your blood vessels expand, literally. It widens them so blood can pass through more easily, reducing the chances of buildup, clots, and pressure that stiffens or narrows the pathways. This vasodilation effect brings a rush of oxygen and nutrients to your muscles, especially in the legs where circulation tends to slow with age or inactivity. And if you've been dealing with that heavy, dragging feeling in your legs or fatigue after a short walk, this vitamin could be a game changer. What's beautiful about niacin is that it doesn't just help with flow, it helps with the quality of what's flowing. It improves your blood's balance by reducing LDL, the so-called bad cholesterol, and increasing HDL, the protective kind. When you have the right balance, you're less likely to build up fatty plaques in your arteries. That's not just good for your legs, it's a lifeline for your heart. And guess what? You don't need exotic supplements to get more of it. One of the best sources of niacin is something you probably already enjoy: grilled chicken breast. A simple 100-gram portion covers more than half of your daily needs. Other great sources include salmon, tuna, hard-boiled eggs, and almonds. Just be cautious with supplements. Too much niacin at once can cause what's called a niacin flush, where your skin turns red and warm temporarily. That's why whole foods are the safest and most effective way to incorporate it. Next is vitamin C, and no, it's not just for when you feel a cold coming on. Vitamin C plays a structural role in keeping your blood vessels strong and flexible. Imagine the inside of your veins and arteries as soft tubing. If that tubing gets brittle or inflamed, it cracks, swells, and leaks. That's when real problems start. But vitamin C helps produce collagen, the protein that gives your vessels that flexible strength they need to keep blood moving freely without breaking down. More than that, it's a powerful anti-inflammatory. If you've been experiencing swelling in your feet and ankles, or that sensation like your legs are filling with water, inflammation is often a major cause. Vitamin C helps bring that down naturally, easing the pressure so your legs can feel lighter and your steps stronger. And since it's also an antioxidant, it protects your cells from aging and oxidative damage, which can degrade your vascular system over time. Getting more vitamin C is as easy as reaching for an orange, kiwi, or guava. Did you know guava has more vitamin C than an orange? And when you're cooking, throw in some red bell peppers, spinach, or broccoli, each packed with this essential nutrient. Just try to eat these foods fresh. Vitamin C breaks down quickly when exposed to air or heat, so the more natural, the better. Now let's talk about the quiet hero of your circulatory health, vitamin K. This one doesn't get much spotlight, but its role is absolutely vital. Vitamin K regulates how your blood clots. That means it helps prevent both excessive bleeding and the formation of dangerous clots that could travel to the lungs, heart, or brain. It's about balance, keeping your blood smooth and steady, but there's more. Vitamin K also prevents calcium buildup inside your arteries, a condition known as arterial calcification. When calcium hardens your vessels, they lose their elasticity, making it harder for blood to flow and increasing your risk of high blood pressure and vascular strain. By helping your body use calcium properly, sending it to your bones instead of your arteries, vitamin K keeps your vessels open, clean, and resilient. You'll find vitamin K in those deep, leafy greens like kale, spinach, and arugula. Even broccoli and Brussels sprouts are rich in it. One of the easiest and most delicious ways to get more? A morning green smoothie with kale, apple, celery, kiwi, and a hint of ginger. It's refreshing, nourishing, and supports your circulation from the very first sip. Now, if you're taking a blood thinner like warfarin, you don't need to avoid vitamin K foods altogether. Just keep your intake steady so your doctor can adjust your dosage safely. It's not about restriction. It's about consistency and balance. And finally, vitamin E. Often called the body's vascular shield, vitamin E is your natural defense against damage to blood vessels. It protects artery walls from free radicals, those unstable molecules that cause oxidative stress and age your tissues from the inside out. This protection keeps your vessels smoother, less likely to tear, and more efficient at transporting blood where it needs to go. Vitamin E also encourages the production of nitric oxide, a compound that signals your blood vessels to relax and widen. That means less pressure on your heart, better circulation to your limbs, and a gentle, natural way to manage blood pressure without relying on harsh interventions. Where do you get it? Think avocados, especially the dark green part near the skin. Add in almonds, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, and a drizzle of cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil. Even greens like spinach and broccoli contribute to your daily vitamin E needs. Again, the goal isn't to reach for pills. It's to eat real food, whole food, the kind your body recognizes and absorbs best. When you bring all 4 of these vitamins together, B3, C, K, and E, you're building a team. Each one plays a different role, but together, they form a strong support system for your vascular health. Your blood flows better, your arteries stay clearer, your legs feel lighter, your energy lasts longer, and maybe most importantly, your risk of dangerous complications drops. Quietly, powerfully, naturally. So what does this all mean for you? Maybe you've had a few of those symptoms we talked about. Maybe your legs have felt tired lately, or your feet are colder than they used to be. Maybe you've noticed some dark veins that weren't there before. It's okay. You're not too late. In fact, now is the perfect time. By starting small, choosing foods that heal instead of harm, moving your body gently each day, staying hydrated, and tuning into how you feel, you begin a ripple effect. You remind your body that it's still strong. You remind yourself that health is not just about avoiding disease. It's about living fully, walking comfortably, sleeping peacefully, feeling grounded in your own body again. And if you've made it this far in the video, I want to personally thank you. At Calm Voice Wellness, we believe wellness is a daily practice, a quiet commitment to care for ourselves and those we love. If this message spoke to you, I invite you to subscribe and join our community. We're building something kind here, something powerful. And it starts with small steps, like this one. Stay well, stay present, and keep listening to your body. It's always trying to tell you something. I'm grateful you're here. I'll see you in the next video. One of the most way of your way to improve circulation, especially in the legs, is movement. I'm not talking about intense exercise or hours at the gym. I'm talking about gentle, consistent motion that tells your body, I'm still here, I'm still working. Keep the blood flowing. You don't need to be an athlete to benefit from movement. In fact, something as simple as walking for 10 minutes after each meal can dramatically help push blood through your lower limbs, flush out toxins, and deliver oxygen to where it's needed most. When we stay still for too long, especially sitting in a chair or lying in bed, our blood slows down. Gravity starts pulling it toward our feet. That's when swelling happens and the chance of clotting increases. But the moment you stand up, take a breath, and move, even just a few steps, you're telling your veins to pump again. You're reminding your legs that they're made to carry you, not just support you passively. One beautiful practice I recommend is what I like to call slow circulation walks. No headphones, no phone, just you and your breath. A peaceful 5 or 10 minutes walking slowly through your home, garden, or neighborhood. Focus on how your feet feel as they touch the ground. Let each step be a gentle signal to your heart. I'm keeping things moving. This small act, repeated daily, can reduce swelling, support lymphatic drainage, and even lift your mood. And speaking of gentle support, have you ever tried elevating your feet after a long day? It's one of the simplest yet most effective ways to support blood flow back to the heart. When you lie down and raise your feet above heart level, maybe using a pillow or two, it helps the blood in your legs return upward more easily. This gives your veins a break, reduces pressure, and eases that heavy, tired sensation that many people feel by the evening. Now let's talk about water. Yes, water. Hydration isn't just about quenching thirst. It's one of the foundational keys to good circulation. When your body is dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker, and thick blood moves more slowly. It's harder to push through tight or narrowed arteries. That sluggishness contributes to fatigue, cramps, and even clotting. But when you drink enough clean, pure water throughout the day, your blood becomes smoother, more fluid, and more capable of delivering nutrients to every corner of your body. So how much is enough? For most adults, 8 to 10 cups of water a day is a good starting point. But it also depends on your environment, your activity level, and your diet. If you're eating lots of fruits and vegetables, which have water naturally, you might need slightly less. If you live somewhere hot or dry, or you drink lots of coffee or tea, you might need more. A simple rule: if your lips feel dry or your urine is dark yellow, your body's asking for water. Listen, and don't wait until you're thirsty. Thirst is already a late signal. Keep a glass or bottle of water nearby throughout your day, by your chair, your bed, or your favorite reading spot. Every sip is a message to your cells. I care for you, I'm supporting you. Another gentle helper for your circulation is massage, especially for the legs and feet. You don't need to go to a spa or hire a professional. Just taking 5 minutes in the evening to massage your calves, ankles, and soles of your feet with a bit of warm oil or lotion can do wonders. It stimulates blood flow, relieves tension, and increases awareness of your body. You might notice tenderness in areas you've ignored, or realize how tense your muscles really are. This kind of mindful massage is not just physical, it's emotional. It brings you back into your body. It connects your hands to the parts of you that work silently all day to carry your weight. It says, "Thank you." And that simple gratitude releases tension, not just in your muscles, but in your nervous system. Pair that massage with deep breathing, and you've got a powerful circulation ritual. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Exhale gently through your mouth for 6 to 8 counts. Repeat a few rounds. This kind of slow breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the one responsible for rest, healing, and blood flow regulation. Your heart rate slows, your vessels open, your body softens. At Calm Voice Wellness, we believe that healing doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be consistent. You don't need a perfect routine. You need a kind one that fits into your life gently, without guilt, without pressure. So let me offer you a sample day. A day designed not around restriction or intensity, but around support and nourishment. You wake up. Before checking your phone, you sit on the edge of your bed. You take 3 deep breaths, bringing awareness into your body. You wiggle your toes. You roll your ankles. You stretch your legs gently, sending a signal. I'm ready for today. You walk to the kitchen and prepare a simple green smoothie. Kale, green apple, kiwi, celery, a bit of ginger, and water. Blended fresh, not strained. This gives you vitamins K, C, and a hydrating start to your morning. Maybe you enjoy it on the porch or near a sunny window. You let the first light of day warm your face and remind you that wellness is something you create one small moment at a time. Mid-morning, instead of another cup of coffee, you pour a glass of water. Maybe you add a slice of lemon or cucumber. You move for 5 minutes, just around the house. Maybe you stretch. Maybe you put on music and sway a little. Maybe you walk slowly down the hallway and back, arms swinging gently, breath flowing. At lunch, you choose grilled salmon, a handful of spinach with olive oil and lemon juice, and a small side of steamed broccoli. You're not counting calories. You're choosing foods that love you back. Foods that support your vessels, your nerves, your brain. In the afternoon, when you feel that dip in energy, you pause, not to push through, but to listen. You elevate your legs on the couch. Maybe you rest your eyes. Maybe you massage your calves with warm oil, or sip a glass of water while reading a few pages of a book that brings you peace. Dinner is simple. Roasted chicken, quinoa, roasted carrots, a side of avocado. You light a candle. You eat slowly. You taste your food. You thank your body for receiving it. And before bed, you walk. Just a few minutes. No distractions, just quiet steps and soft breath. You lie down. Place a pillow under your knees or feet to lift them slightly. You breathe. You let go of the day. You rest. This isn't just a dream, it's a rhythm. A rhythm you can return to anytime your body feels out of sync. Because healing happens in rhythm, in patience, in presence. And if this way of living feels right to you, if it stirs something quiet inside, please take a moment to subscribe. Here at Calm Voice Wellness, we're not chasing trends. We're building a sanctuary, a place where health feels peaceful, where your body is honored, and your days are shaped by love, not fear.